Want a burger that you need two hands to eat? Then get on down to Ron's Place for their legendary 5x5 burger. It's so huge! And don't sleep on their over 40 Long Island iced tea flavors. Well, you might fall asleep if you finish the tour of teas. Those bad boys are really delicious and strong. So stop on by Ron's Place, 3301 52nd Street, and see why they have been a Kenosha staple since 1972.
Struggling with slow computers, network issues, or tech headaches? One Stop IT has got you covered. From computer repair to network support, virus removal, and IT consulting, they provide fast, reliable solutions to get you back to what matters most. Local, trusted, and ready to solve your tech problems, One Stop IT makes IT easy. Call or visit One Stop IT of Kenosha today.
On this episode of the Ktown Connects podcast, we're brewing up a good one. We're talking coffee, community, and the daily grind at Kenosha Coffee Roasters. We connect with the owner, Trevor Brooks. Oh, cue that music, JTV!
That was awesome.
The sweet, sweet sound of cracking beer on the Ktown Connects podcast.
Donny, I get that intro about a 6'7".
6'7"?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
6'7"? 6'7"?
I want you to again, but you refuse.
6'7"?
No,
6'7"? My voice almost went out at the end there. That's why.
I don't know what's going on. What's the matter with you?
I've been a little ill. The coffee's kind of driving me out.
No, why are you going all nuts? Like,
coffee's got me.
I guess.
Yeah.
I am kind of a little wired up. We're talking like super fast now.
It's the devil's letters, baby. It's the devil's letters.
That's a really good coffee driver. You want to like the coffee?
I had some of it.
All right, there's a show. Okay, thanks for coming. We're back to Kenosha.
Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Because Trevor did bring us in some cans of devil's lettuce. It has a big pot leaf on it, but I guess it's not THC.
No.
To celebrate 420 today. We're recording this on the big holiday, which is kind of funny. Like the Stoners couldn't even come up with a good name for their holiday.
Yeah.
420. I mean,
That's the date.
yeah.
It's just
They couldn't come up with like a name or anything. It's just
Yeah.
And does
like
420 mean police or something? Or is that something different?
that's the date. But then it's like Christmas was. Oh, they didn't call it that. They call it 12/25. Would it have the same impact?
That's a good point.
What
We
other
wish
holidays
you a
are
merry
dated?
12/25.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think it's typical stoner behavior to not even come up with like any kind of name for your holiday. Just
true.
take what's the date? Oh, April 20th.
420.
So we could do 4 for the month and then 20 for the day.
Or maybe they did have a name, but they forgot.
That's possible.
more likely.
That's possible.
Oh, what day did we come up with that cool name? Oh, yeah, 420, man. So we're here. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm one of your hosts, Donny, and I'm here with my partner in crime, who shut down Public Brewing Company, Jason Hedman.
That was you, dude.
I heard it was you.
Wait,
Rex
what?
told me it was you.
Well, I heard it was because we bombed so bad when we did the live show at Public Brewing Company. They're like, you guys suck so bad,
I gotta edit all
we're
this
shut
shit
down.
That was the last straw?
Yeah, I think so.
I got to edit it out.
was the
They're
last
closed.
straw.
They're closed.
Oh.
But we didn't get Rustic Road as a sponsor yet.
I haven't talked to Chuck.
There you go.
You were talking to him last week.
No, I didn't talk to him.
You said you were going to.
I know. I saw him leaving Rustic when I was going there. And well, Jason, we're here recording at the Southport Tea Studio.
Wow. Yep.
Get on down to Southport Tea. They are now open. So get some tea, 5701 6th Avenue in
I
Support.
thought we were talking coffee.
Well, we are, but we're talking tea right now. We'll be talking coffee all episode long.
It's pretty hot in here, I think.
Yeah,
it's getting, the tea and the coffee, and
Yeah.
it's getting pretty
a little
warm.
heavy.
Getting a little warm.
Yeah,
warm.
well, we're probably gonna be peeing a lot.
Probably.
Speaking of hot, that theme song by Dropping Daisies was hot. huh?
Hot, Donny. I loved
Trevor,
it.
you were
Loved it.
jamming out to that Droppin' Daisies theme
is that
song,
what that
huh?
was? Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I love
Droppin'
that.
Daisies. That was great. Well, don't forget you can call the Ktown Connects hotline and leave us a message. Go to ktownconnects.com, find the phone, and leave a message. And I believe we have a message.
We do. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Play that message for us.
Okay, this is by someone called, I think, Ann. Anonymous.
Oh.
So I don't know any Ann. Do you know any Anns? All right, so we're going to give it a play.
Anus?
Anonymous.
Oh.
Hey guys, it's JJ McCullough. Just calling in with an idea for a future show with the recent passing of
Using a
Jay
typewriter?
Pressler and Mooney. A lot of the old school Kenosha punk rock guys are
Prestrel.
dying. There's still quite a few guys out there, you know, like Guy Crucinelli, Jeff Noyes. Might be some good people to talk to. Kenosha's always had a big part of the American punk scene.
True.
They're in the history books, and maybe it's time to represent. Thanks, gentlemen. You take care of yourselves.
Guys, I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it wasn't Ann. It was JJ. Thanks so
Thank
much,
you,
That was very
JJ,
good.
for the message. You know what? And I talked to Guy about that, and I did talk to Jeff. Guy's interested. Jeff, kind of interested.
Jeff who?
Jeff Moody.
Jeff Moody, yes.
I
yes,
just saw
yes,
him over
yes,
the
yes.
weekend.
He's like, oh, I want to talk about the fucking punk rockers. Fuck this
Oh.
shit. But I think we could convince him. But, well,
I went to his Parallel World show once.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, I
I'm
want to
just
go
kidding.
again, actually. I really had a great time, and I thought it was wonderful. I love
I
Jeff.
do like
a
what he's
great
doing
guy.
with that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The
It's-
White
I-
Lilac. Get there.
I got to say, I went to art school at San Francisco Art Institute for filmmaking, and a lot of the films we watched were disturbing. And I got to say, I haven't been that disturbed by what I saw since then. After I went to Parallel Worlds, the stuff he was showing there was like, oh, whoa! But it was great. It was really fun getting exposed to all that.
Yep.
You
See?
know.
All
I
right,
had to close my eyes a couple times.
Ooh.
You know, it was pretty scary.
See, and you've seen a lot
Scary
of stuff, so that says a lot. That says a lot, Trevor. That says
Jeff's
a lot.
awesome. Jeff is amazing.
Jeff is great. Guy Crucinelli, he's great as well.
Guy is amazing.
I want to get Guy on the show.
Yeah.
Well,
Solo act.
We just had a cruise.
I love Guy.
Yeah, and I want to compare cocks with them all. I heard they are all giant Crucinelli cocks.
You know, Donny, you cheated again on the
Too
hotline.
funny.
You listened to it.
I told you that.
Oh, you're not supposed to listen to it.
I need to know.
Why? No, if someone says we suck, then whatever. That's
Well,
fine.
we're still going to fucking play it.
Well, you're just too curious. You just can't.
I just
you
can't let
wait.
it go. I got to know.
I didn't listen to it. I had no idea who it was. But it
I
says
mean-
I see in our notes it says we have the JJ one to play. And now
I thought
see
I
that.
talked to you about it. No?
We're getting a behind the scenes look here at Kenosha Connects today. Guys, I want to tell you something though.
Oh, yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
I gotta tell you about this, okay? Because
I
I
gotta
hear
hear
about
this.
all this punk rock stuff.
Ooh.
And I got to tell you, when I was 16 or 15, probably more like 15, 14 actually, I was paper boy on 42nd Avenue, between 52nd and 60th Street on about 42nd, from Kmart all the way to 60th.
Okay.
So on like one of those side streets.
Oh, yeah.
I was a paper boy. And one of my customers on my route was the Lipke family. So, so when I was delivering paper, I was, collecting. I had to collect. You go to every door. Hey, you owe money for you had to be the collector too, right?
You owe me $2.
Exactly. You owe me $2. So the Lipke family, they're at their house, and I go to collect there. Their yard was usually littered with punk rockers with mohawks this high and chains and slam dancing and all that. And so, like, when I went up to the door there, the mom would usually answer. She was just regular mom. She was so sweet. Their dad, I believe, was the fire chief.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so they had like basically a pretty normal household there, besides Dean and Don.
Yeah.
And Dean and Don and I got along instantly. They loved that Paperboy, and also one of their brothers lived there as well, was Jimbo Lichter. And I got to know him as well. I don't know if Jimbo, I'm sure he remembers me. But, Dean and Don are gone now.
Oh, yeah.
But Dean, after Dean passed, I kind of became close with Don.
Yeah.
And hung out with him quite a lot.
I hung out with Don quite a bit, too, this last couple of years, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really know Dean at
Gypsy
all.
Don?
Yeah, he was I was a little too young back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don was a character, though.
But he was. He was a real character. So I actually used to live over by Anderson Pool. And over there, I used to go, and the Sammy Man would be out in front of the Anderson Pool. It was Leif Kismet. Kismet.
Yeah.
So, and that's how I met Leif.
Previous owner of Mystery Thrift downtown.
Exactly, yes.
He had a really cool shop.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Leif is a really great guy. And actually, Leif's band was Charming Deviants. And Jimbo Lichter was the lead singer. And they were literally one of the coolest bands that Kenosha ever had, in my opinion.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they were insanely good. I think Guy Crucinelli actually played drums for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should we call him up? Fact check.
I'm pretty sure that's true. I used to go to their practices, so that's how much I love them. And actually, I was in a punk band with Jay Prestrel, who just passed recently.
Oh, yeah.
And he was, I believe, the bass player for 1096 for a long time, which was Dean Lipke's band.
Yeah.
And actually, so my connection is to the punk thing. I was there. I knew all these people. The guy was mostly a drummer, and then now he, plays guitar very well.
Yeah.
Really great
He
music.
drums once in a while for the roundabouts.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay,
He'll
yeah,
sub
that's
in
cool.
once in a while.
Nice.
Did you ever play with Dr. Destruction?
Yeah, actually, Dr. D and I were in a band for about a minute back then. It was called Screaming Yellow Theater.
Really?
Yeah, and actually, I was the lead singer, and I played saxophone in the band. And actually, so it was a very brief thing, but we actually played in Madison at a all ages show, and 1096 played there. So I don't want to get into all the details about it, but I will say this. We played, and it was amazing. It was so fun, and the crowd was so interactive, and everything I remember from it was like almost like a tidal wave of audience participation. It was crazy punk show. But the really interesting thing happened after we played. So then 1096 played. That was Dean Lipke, and I don't remember who all the members were at that point, but I think it was Guy, Joe, Moon. And
Moon just passed away too, didn't he?
Yeah, I just heard about that.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Yeah, just a few months ago,
Yeah, he was always there. He was at everything.
Yeah,
You always saw him in his mohawk. He was at everything. I'll never forget this for as long as I live. Dean Lipke came out and jumped up on a speaker and jumped into the ceiling, which was all office tiles.
Yeah.
Grabbed the framework that was holding all the tiles together.
Wow.
And swung down from it into the audience with all the tiles coming down. And that was pretty much show's over.
Wow.
It was over after that.
I saw someone else do that. I saw Franklin Festi do that.
No, Frank, yes, I've
With
met
Pissed
Frank.
Officer at McFibbers, which is now Finney's, I believe, over there on 52nd Street.
Oh, wow.
Or no, it's a Bullseye. now.
Okay, yeah.
It was McFibbers at the time. We had like a show booked there, and he did that. He jumped up there and grabbed the whole thing down.
Oh, God.
Bert broke the stage that day. It was a Halloween show, and it was insane.
Oh, guys.
Eek.
Did you play any shows in Kenosha?
Actually, yeah, we did. Do you remember the All Ages Club that was downtown? It lasted for not very long. I'm trying to remember exactly where it was. Kind of like by the KYF. Yeah, that was a place that we played. I don't think I ever played at Duke's 2, but Duke's 2 was where they were playing, like, grinding it out, like, almost every weekend. There would be a party there with punk rockers.
Was that over on 14th? Or
yeah, over by
down?
the Brass.
Yeah, it's all gone
Yep,
now.
it's all gone now. Yep.
There was a row of bars back then.
There was a row of bars. It was the first bar I ever got drunk in was Duke's 2.
Really?
Yeah, Duke was amazing.
I remember Duke.
was you remember Duke.
When
Was
we had it on
City
7th
Zoo?
Ave. Yeah.
Yeah, City Zoo
It
was,
later became City Zoo.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, Duke was great. I have a feeling that he knew I was underage, but he just thought, this kid looks like he can handle his liquor. I don't know, but no way. I was hugging the toilet by the end of the night. So, yeah, I got kicked out of a lot of bars back in those days, like the Port. You know, I turned 18 right when the drinking age turned to 19.
Oh, no.
And I turned 19 right when it turned to 21.
Oh, fuck
So I was
that.
always straddling that.
Yeah,
and
you're one of them, huh?
I was. And actually, John Madison, who originally owned the Port, kicked me out the first time. And that was because I was standing there. He totally had accepted me as part of the Port crowd. I even had facial hair and everything. And then, but one night, I was standing there with my beer in my hand. And it just slipped out. And there was music, there was people.
Yeah.
It slipped out and shattered on the floor. It almost seemed like the music stopped, the people stopped, everything stopped. And John Madison was behind the bar. He's like, ID.
Oh,
And I was like, I just looked at him like, and he's like, out. So it was at least a year after that I was just hanging around the back door. And my friends would bring me beers back there. And that is now where that back outdoor, that sort of patio is now.
The
that wasn't
porch.
there.
Yeah.
That wasn't there. It was just a back porch so you could sit on the stairs.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
Because you and Kelly McKay go way back.
Yeah,
Kelly
actually-
McKay of the White Lilac?
Yes.
Yes,
Wow.
Kyle
An
McKay of
older
the White
person.
Lilac. Yes, he and I met in, I think, about 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Way back is
Way
correct.
back. Guys, I can't even tell you how much I love Kelly. He is a brother to me. He's not just like a brother. He is my brother.
He's a
And-
great man.
Yeah.
He really is.
He is. So I love him, and I have so many stories that I could tell about Kelly because we spent so much time together, you know.
You guys worked on a lot of film projects together back in the day, correct?
We actually did. We worked on a project where we interviewed, it was an independent video project we did together where we interviewed people from downtown Kenosha. And
Oh, wow.
not just them, but we interviewed Kelly's father as well and stuff like that. And we kind of, edited it.
So you're like connecting Kenosha?
Yeah, somewhat. Because, I worked at Frank's Diner 40 years ago as a dishwasher with John Gilmore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and actually, back then, Frank's Diner was just a sleepy little place, and nobody really even...
Nobody cared about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got, for lunch, you got the mayor, the chief of police, and maybe a few people from the Dayton or something. And people would pour each other's coffee, and NPR would be on the radio, and it was just a real casual, real cool. But I really miss those days. It's a really interesting time. That's when I found the storefront that I put Kenosha Coffee Roasters in, because I was going to Reuther. And one of my teachers there was Paul Kafer.
Paul Kafer. I love Paul Kafer.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. Yeah.
Oh, I love
Psychology classes. Yeah.
Yes, bro, yes.
Taught me how to meditate.
He used to let me smoke cigarettes in his office. He was the best.
Yeah,
he was the best.
Awesome, yeah.
But yeah, back then, I didn't know how to play hacky sack. All the kids were playing hacky sack out in the yard.
That's
there.
what I was doing, smoking cigarettes
exactly.
and playing.
So I just would wander around that neighborhood and see what was what. And that's how I found 1106 55th Street.
Wow.
Yeah, and I actually used to sit there with my back against that very storefront and
That's
smoke
awesome.
cigarettes and hang out there and wish I could play hacky sack, and make it back to Reuther in time for class. But for 40 years, literally, guys, I thought about that storefront.
Really? Just left an impression in your mind.
Literally did. It was so cute. And being from here, I knew all of the storefronts in Kenosha, all the cute ones, all the ugly ones. And believe me,
that one just
is
stuck
the
out to you.
cutest one to me. I mean, it looks like it's going to fall down. It was added to that building, to the main part of the building later. The main part of the building was built in 1868. Then I think they built that, I'm just guessing, about a few years after. Okay. If you look at the main part of the building, it's called the Iron Front Building. It's historically significant.
Cast iron.
Cast iron, sorry.
Yeah.
The cast iron front. And it's got an iron beam that runs along the front of it. And for some reason that was desirable at the time for storefronts. Maybe to be able to hang stuff from it.
I read make your windows bigger.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, and aesthetic reasons. It looks pretty, yeah.
Exactly. But the addition that is our storefront, which is 8 feet wide by 50 feet deep, doesn't. If you look, it looks like they tried to make it look like the iron bar extended to it, but it doesn't. It's it's
really?
faux, and so it's sagging this way.
Oh, wow,
and you can see where they've tried to lift it back up with some cinder blocks underneath there. Now I had that covered with a bench that my business partner Jeff Bellotti built.
Okay.
With some help from my uncle Jerry Aiello. But the building, so it looks like it's kind of sagging a little bit. And if you look along the western wall, because it's got a wall there, it's curved. So it's not straight at all. It looks curved there. It looks like there was a door there at one time that they bricked over.
I'm going to take a closer
and a
look
window.
next time
Yeah,
I'm
there's
there.
a lot going on there. And actually, that first floor was the second floor.
I was going to ask you about that. I saw that rumor that it was originally, Donny, the building was 3 stories. It was 50. It was
15 feet below the present where it is right now?
Yeah, if you go in the basement, and you guys should come out, I'll show you this. The basement has a garage door, actually 2 of them that open to nothing. It's bricked off.
Oh, shit.
And then there's windows that look to dirt. So if you go down there, it's pretty interesting.
They raised the street up 15 feet. 15 feet?
Yeah.
That's wild.
The back was all swampy, I think. I think they had to fill it in because of that.
Okay.
So I think that when you look at the front of the building, it's not necessarily different. The back, I think, is where it's different, where they filled in.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Interesting.
if you look at the map from back then, there's like a river that flowed behind there, and there was a tannery. And now all that's been rerouted, apparently.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty
I
neat
want to check out
place.
that basement. That's pretty crazy.
It is.
Wow.
You gotta, yeah, stop by. I'll show
Yeah,
it
I
to you.
want to see that. That's wow.
Yeah, the address goes back to the 50s. Joe's Novelty Shop was in your spot then. And in the late 60s, was a place called Buffalo's Bargain Basement.
Wow.
He was doing a sale there.
That's awesome.
And it was closed for many, many years. Got some rehab work. I'm not sure exactly when, but the late 80s, early 90s, it looked like got rehab, maybe. And recently was home to Snap Happy Picks and Wink Beauty Boutique.
Yes, our friend Sarah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see mail coming for those places still. So
Sarah,
at least-
get your bills, Sarah. Come on.
Yeah, Sarah, pay your bills.
Actually, that was a while ago. They stopped sending mail there, but yeah.
So, Trevor, all this talk about Kenosha, you decided to leave Kenosha.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Well,
School?
No, it was really just it was a few things. Partially a sense of adventure and just wanting to go and see the world. And
Understandable.
another part of that, and maybe you can air this or maybe not, but part of it was a search for my real father.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, I actually learned about my real father when I was 14 and did not know where he was. I only knew a name and the region, California. Mm-hmm. And so I used to go to, do you remember Bun and Games and Pot of Gold, those arcades?
Pot of Gold, that was my arcade.
Yes.
UA Cinemas.
Absolutely. I used to go over there, and they had a phone booth in the back. Mm-hmm. And when my mom told me about my dad, she showed me a picture and that and gave me some information. I would go back to that payphone, and I would call operators and say, "Can you help me find David Brooks?"
Wow.
And some of them would. They literally, let's try. I said, "I think he's in the San Jose area." Wow. And so they would look for any David Brooks they could find in the San Jose area, and they would call these guys randomly for me, like 3 or 4 of them.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was always like Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the one?
Yeah.
But, normally it would be either a click hang up or it would be, "No, I'm sorry, I'm not your father."
Wow.
Yeah. So we did that I did that at Bun and Games, or I can't remember if it was Bun and Games or Pot of Gold. Maybe it was both. I don't know. But I used to do that, and I eventually, I kind of gave up.
So can I ask you this? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to answer it.
No,
So
go ahead.
growing up, did you have a father figure that
Yes.
you thought was your dad?
Yes.
So this is like a Pearl Jam alive story.
What
almost.
really? What is that?
I'm unfamiliar
I never
with
heard that.
what's that?
What
is
is
that a
it?
book?
Well, it's a song.
Oh,
Where
Pearl
Which
Jam?
one?
alive, where he thinks that that the father growing up was his dad, but it was not.
Yes.
He later learns out that it
Oh,
was
I got
not.
to hear that if
Yeah.
I haven't heard it.
Oh,
Pearl
it's a
Jam?
band called Pearl Jam. Yeah.
Okay.
Are
I'll
they
have
new?
to check that out.
Yeah, they're new. They're new. Yeah. Oh,
Well, you know, us
interesting.
old timers, we Pearl.
So then you find out that, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now you're on the hunt.
Yes, I'm on the
Interesting.
hunt, and then my mom got a job here in Kenosha at the DMV.
Oh.
And she found his address.
Oh,
So
shit.
she wrote a letter. There was no phone number associated, so she wrote a letter. And while this is happening, I'm living in New York City. I'm living in Manhattan, like couch surfing in a friend's apartment in Manhattan.
Well, New York's sorry for saxophones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
got
salsa.
stories about that too. But no, in New York though, I was working at this Israeli cafe in the village, and I was a bar back / dishwasher. And so I'd cut the limes and all that good stuff, and it was a real busy place, and it was in the village, so very busy. At the end of the night, they're breaking plates on the floor, and everything. It was crazy. But one night I was going into work, and I decided, I got to call my mom. I haven't talked to her in a while, so I called her. Collect. You have a collect call from your son. So
She's always paying for your phone calls.
it's like, we didn't have anything but that. So in any event, I call her, and she goes, "You're not going to believe who I'm talking to on the other line."
Oh,
I
shit.
said, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, it's David Brooks. He really wants to talk to you.
Wow.
So he wants you to call him collect right now. Here's his number."
Holy shit.
And I'm getting ready to go to work, and so, wow, really? This is life-changing for me. I spent all those years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so I call him collect, and the first thing he says, "Hey, son."
Oh, shit.
And I was like, "Oh, Dad," I mean, it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never
definitely.
met the guy, but he had like a California accent. He sounded really cool.
Okay.
So he said, "Yeah, I really want you to." I said, "Hey, I'm broke. So if you could send me some money."
Right, yeah.
He literally sent me cash through the mail to New York City.
Wow.
So I used the money to buy a train ticket out because I had nothing to lose. I wanted to meet my dad.
Yeah.
I was just bar backing at this cafe.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. So I made it all the way there to Sacramento, which is where my dad was waiting to pick me up.
Wow.
Yeah. And my dad, I met him for the first time. He had a cowboy hat and a Marlboro Man mustache.
Really?
He was accompanied by a young woman who looked like she was about my age, and she looked just like me.
Oh, shit.
And sure enough, she was my half sister.
Wow.
And I guess he had been seeing, there was something going on in the '60s back then.
Right.
So,
Oh, wow.
Good
so I
times.
met her, and her name was Jamie. And she was incredible. We became friends, and I became friends with my dad, and I lived with him for a while. And, I don't know if this is part you might want to edit out or not, but my dad, when I met him, he said, "I wrangle cows for a living."
Really?
I'm a wrestler, whatever. Showed me pictures even, of him wrangling cows, and they didn't have AI back then, so these were real pictures.
Wow.
He was a cowboy.
He was a cowboy that listened to the Eagles and grew up in San Jose back before San Jose was Silicon Valley. So back then they, barely had running water, my dad, when he grew up. But anyway, I met my dad, and he said, "Son, I got to be honest with you. I'm not really a cow wrestler, although I know how to do it. I grow wheat for a living." So,
Wow.
So, and the reason I'm telling you this is because I need you to help me clip up 50 pounds right now, and I'll teach you how to do it. So this is a great 420 story, I guess.
Yeah. Perfect.
And actually he's dead now, so there's not really much you can,
They can't
say
go after
about
him.
that.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not my fault that my dad was a weed grower.
Right.
Hey,
Good money in that. Man.
yeah, I make great coffee. It's probably as good as the weed my dad made, but
It's all legal now there.
it's all
Yeah.
right.
Different branches on the same tree.
Yeah, exactly. My dad was really a sweet guy, though, guys. But in any event, my dad taught me how to do it, and I didn't take it up as a profession, because I was raised differently here in Kenosha,
Right.
and I viewed all of this like very separately
Yeah.
from my family back here. But they did introduce me to the entire Okefenokee family. And they were wonderful, and they accepted me, and they knew about me. They all knew about me. They're like, yeah, we knew about you. We were wondering about you.
Wow.
Yeah, my aunt Pauline and my uncle Butch and the whole family really welcomed me in there in California. It was quite the adventure.
Yeah, that sounds like that was, wow.
It was.
I mean, just starting with the collect call to your mom and like, hey, your dad's on the other line to this.
I know. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, it was insane.
That is.
I mean, along with the interesting story comes all the pain and everything that comes along with being in a broken family.
Right.
But the adventurous side of me welcomed this. It's like, ooh, this is a good story, and it gave me a way out of a story that I wasn't liking very much, So, and the name, I was Bizat. A lot of people in Kenosha know me as Trevor Bizat, which that was my adopted name. Okay. So when my mom, I don't want to get into all of it, but basically that was my stepdad. And so when I met my real dad, I was actually inclined to change my name to Brooks because that was my real family. And my children, I knew my children were going to want to know more about the story, and Bizat really wasn't resonating or having a connection for me anymore. So the Brooks name was important. And actually later on, my kids, I have 3 sons, they were able to go and meet him before he passed away.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So they got to see Grandpa Brooks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. So in any event, my dad ended up passing away of bladder cancer. He would smoke a cigarette before he even put his clothes on. He'd be walking around in his underwear with a cigarette hanging out, But one of the funny things about my dad was he was he loved guns. And so when we first met, he said, do you know anything about guns? I said, I know a little bit. He goes, well, I really want to take you to the range, and I want you to shoot, and I want to see what you can do. It was like one of the first things he did. So we did. We went, and I hit the bullseye almost every time. He took those bullseyes around to all the family, and was like, look what this kid can do. Oh, nice. And I was only like 19, But he also took me out for clothes shopping. I was more of a punk rocker.
Turn into a cowboy?
He wanted me to. He took me shopping at all these jeans, Western wear type places. Yeah. I'm like, okay, fine.
You need some boots, kid.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So he really dressed me up the way he wanted me to, and I went along with it. It was cool. Well, we went to go check out, though, and this was before he told me what he was doing. And he pulls out this wad of cash.
Oh, shit.
It was like this big. He's like flipping off $100 bills. Oh, man, what is going on here? So, but my dad and I, we really did get to become friends.
That's great.
Yeah.
Ever move a couch and lose a friendship? Yeah, I have. Let's not do that again. Call About Time Moving Systems. Whether you're moving across town or across the state, Quinn and his experienced team will help you make the move fast, easy, and drama-free. Big move or small move, it's about time you call About Time Moving Systems. 262-222-2624 or visit AboutTimeMoving.com.
Co-parenting isn't always easy,
but we promise it's entertaining.
Tune in to the Co-Parenting Chronicles podcast,
where blended families, bonus parents, and real-life chaos somehow make perfect sense.
New episodes every week.
Looking for cold drinks and a place to unwind in Kenosha? Come to Gerber's Pub, 2405 63rd Street. Open 7 days a week. Gerber's is the place to find friendly people on both sides of the bar. Like them on Facebook and find out about their next meat raffle. That's Gerber's Pub, good times every time.
And we're back from that break. And what a break it was. Do we even take breaks anymore?
We don't say it. I cut this part out.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful for Patreon listeners. Hey, want to hear this episode ad-free and early?
I do.
Well, head on down to ktownconnects.com and become a Patreon supporter today. Subscriptions start at just $2 a month. So become that Patreon subscriber today. And our Patreon subscribers of the week are
Ryan Wynn and Jason Dill.
Jason Dill! Wow, thank you guys.
Yay!
So, yay is right.
So thank you guys for all your great support. If
we
appreciate want to become a
Patreon,
$2 a month.
That's it.
That's it.
As low as $2.
You get a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you could do 20, 10.
Yeah.
whatever you want. You get a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You're going to get this episode.
You get all the bonus content. Mm-hmm. We're already at an hour 34 right now.
So you're going to get a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Trevor's got a lot of good stories. I love it.
We have to have him on for part 2, guys.
Yeah.
What made you decide to look into even opening your own business, much less a coffee shop?
That's a great question. I've always wanted to start a business, so I've always my whole life been researching how that's done. And so I tried to start a nonprofit when I was a kid here in Kenosha called, what was it called? Freenet, Kenosha Public Freenet. Mm-hmm. And it was like a nonprofit, and I tried to get Howard Brown of the Kenosha News to help us out and stuff like that. Wow. So I had a meeting with Howard and got to know him because I had been a paper boy, back in the day. Yeah. So that never worked out. But all those years kind of just the education of how do I start a business lent itself to when I decided to do one here in Kenosha. Okay. So, and especially like Kelly's had businesses. He tried to do the Orpheum, which not tried, he did the Orpheum.
The Smashing Pumpkins play there.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I was inspired by that, Like I said, the romantic idea of that storefront for 40 years in the back of my head. And I was working in Vero Beach, Florida as a remote software developer with my wife, Mary. And Mary is my inspiration. She's like, we've been together for about 16 years. She's from Rhinelander. And so while we were in Vero Beach, living on the beach, living the dream, Mary's mom became ill with Alzheimer's and dementia. So we decided it was time to go home. So we compromised on Kenosha because her mom was in Rhinelander. And I wanted to start the business in Kenosha. I thought, let's do that since we're going to be moving back to Wisconsin. And so her mother actually came down and lived with us for about a week, and then she passed away. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yep. And luckily she was able to see the coffee shop.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. While I was in Vero, and I knew we were going to be moving back here, I was like, what's up with that old storefront? Does it even exist anymore? So I went on Google Maps and I did the street view, and I was like, oh, wow, there is something in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who owns this thing? I could not find it. But then I saw a phone number in the window across the street through Google Earth. And I called the phone number that was in the window. And I said, do you know who owns that building across the street? And he's like, yeah, I do.
Oh, that easy?
Yeah.
Huh? Wow.
So it turned out the owner, he wanted to diversify what was in his rentals. And so he thought, a coffee shop would be really cute right there. Yeah. So he talked to someone who was currently leasing it, and she didn't really have much plans for it. So she also thought it would be great to have a coffee shop.
Nice.
So I got together with my friend Jeff Bromstead. Actually, his last name is Bellotti now. He changed his name, Jeff Bellotti. He is a master musician, phenomenal artist, and lifelong friend. We grew up, we went to McKinley and used to hang out together here, and have known each other just ever since. We're like brothers. And I just love him. But he also thought, coffee shop. So he put some of his money into it. I put some of my money into it. We got into the space in late, I think, 2024. And it was pretty much abandoned. It had been, wink and stuff like that. But honestly, the ceiling tiles were moldy. There were dead mice in there. The floor looked like it was from the early 1900s with like bullet holes in it and stuff. So we had to do a lot of major renovating in there.
Wow.
So, I was working for a software company, doing my thing as a software developer remotely. And I was doing the coffee shop at the same time, trying to open it while I was doing this remote job. Well, we're running out of money, and it was getting time to open the shop, and there were still things that you couldn't open without it.
Yeah.
So my company, though, then fired me. Oh. They laid me off with 5% of the global workforce.
Oh.
But they gave me a severance package.
Oh, okay.
And part of it was all this cash.
Nice little boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was able to use that to finish everything.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was really neat. The way it came
kind of perfect timing.
It really
in
was.
a good and bad way, right?
Yeah. And guys, I really never thought, I'm going to strategically open a coffee shop between a train station and a police station, a block from the courthouse with all these lawyers, the largest coffee drinking demographic in the city. And I really didn't even know that until I opened.
Right. Yeah.
And they all started coming. And I was like, wait a second.
This is perfect.
It really was.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, I also didn't think about how that neighborhood is actually so alive. When you walk through there, it's almost like walking through Siberia sometimes, especially in the middle of winter. But honestly, it is a vibrant community there filled with professional people. And it's a neighborhood as well, Stationside Village.
Yeah, it's right there, yeah.
Yeah, that's how the Kenosha Coffee Roasters started. But, it's funny. I called Kelly because I said, Kelly, I'm coming home. And I said, I want to do something with the old storefront. What should I do? He said, I don't know. We just went back and forth.
Right.
And being a software developer, the coffee thing comes up a lot for me. And I said, Kelly, what about if I were to roast coffee in Kenosha? Is anybody doing that? And Kelly said, no, Trevor, no one is roasting coffee in Kenosha. And I should have looked it up. A month later, oh yeah, there is this one place, Eastview. I'm like, oh great. Well, I want you to know that I have all the respect in the world for Eastview. And what
Yeah,
they're
Jenny
doing
does a
there.
good job there.
You know what? They have a great story. I love the roaster. I've been in there, and I've had the coffee, and I love the coffee snacks in there.
Yep.
And actually, I knew it was going to be good when I saw my friend Rennie and his girlfriend walking in there one day. And so, I don't see us as a competitive thing. They're obviously on another level with their roasting. Our roasting is very much, we're just starting out. We have a $95 96-gram roaster that's modeled after the West Bend popcorn popper. And what we do with that is we roast up beans that we buy from Sweet Maria's in Oakland. They're the ones sourcing the beans from farms around the world.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we are able to, through them, buy very small bags of the beans from 1 pound to 20 pounds.
Okay.
So we're not buying 100 pounds at a time and
Yeah.
doing like bagging up for grocery stores and stuff like that.
There you go.
Exactly. And at the Kenosha Harbor Market this summer, we are...
Oh, yes, congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
going to be at the Kenosha Harbor Market this season.
Yes, and we are right where the streetcar lets off on 56th and
perfect.
2nd, right around.
Yeah.
So we're right at the entrance there, tentatively, because Andrea, she may shuffle things around.
Yeah, but you won't be far.
Yeah, exactly. And so the plans for Kenosha Coffee Roasters, they're in the infancy, and the most important thing to me is honoring what we have right now by letting it stand on its own 2 feet and not getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
And making plans to expand into areas that, sound great, but this little thing's got to stand on it. Yeah.
Well, like I said, only a year in, and you're already doing this.
I know,
So
it's
you gotta
insane.
be very proud of yourself and your staff that you have there, because you have a very good staff. You have a staff now.
I do. Actually, one of our baristas, Wyatt Cooper, he won a latte art contest. So he's sending all these to-go orders out with hearts and stuff.
Wow.
And they look really beautiful.
Great.
I can't even believe it. When I do barista back there, when I'm able to do that, my latte art is basically just like a swirl. It still looks really cool.
Yeah.
But one of the really neat things I think for us is just the coffee journey and learning all about it. And definitely don't know everything about coffee. Who does?
Yeah.
It's such an evolving thing. But having the shop's been great because we've been using it as sort of a lab, and learning these things.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so, and the customers love us. We have something like 71 5-star reviews.
Wow.
Yeah. But I will say that one of the really exciting things about the business is that it is just foot traffic. Besides the online orders,
Right.
we have the DoorDash and Uber Eats, but majority is foot traffic. It's people coming in from the neighborhood, and not just from the neighborhood, but from all over the world. And not that they're coming here from Italy to see us, but they're getting off the train and they're tourists wanting to see Kenosha, and we're the first thing they see, basically.
They're getting off the train. They're tired. They need a coffee. They Google, that's the closest one. Oh, there it is.
Coffee near me.
Yep.
My friends and family and the community have come out of the woodwork to welcome us to Kenosha. And it's been just a beautiful thing. I was terrified at first.
Yeah.
I
well,
bet.
Come back to your hometown, you don't know what's going to come out of the woodwork.
yeah.
But it's all been good. You know, you build these things up in your mind and you think, oh my God, I'm so afraid to do this. Fear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I just did it anyway.
Yeah, and you're doing a great job.
Looking for that perfect spot to unwind in Kenosha? Then you're looking for Union Park Tavern. Sip on handcrafted cocktails, enjoy ice-cold craft beers, and dig into delicious made-from-scratch dishes. Whether it's a night out with friends, a casual date, or dancing to your favorite local music, Union Park Tavern has it all. Come for the food, stay for the atmosphere, and leave with memories. Union Park Tavern, where Kenosha comes together.
Uh-oh! Flashing lights in your rearview mirror? Before you panic, better call the law offices of Frank J. Parise. Frank gives it to you straight. Real answers, real results. Frank is on your side. When trouble calls, call Frank J. Parise at 262-656-9906.
At Casey Family Options Funerals and Cremations, they understand that saying goodbye is never easy. That's why they provide compassionate guidance and personalized care for every family, helping you honor your loved ones in a meaningful way. From traditional services to cremation options, they handle the details, so you can focus on what really matters, remembering and celebrating their life. Casey Family Options, caring for families with dignity, respect, and compassion.
And what time is it?
It's time for our Ktown Connects segment.
Yep, and that's brought to you by Shannon Franklin of Remax Elites.
Hey, Donny, you know Shannon specializes in bringing you the best homes for sale and real estate listings in the area. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or just need help securing a home mortgage, Shannon has got you covered. Give her a call or visit her at shannonfranklin.remax.com.
All right, thank you, Shannon.
Trevor, you ready for these Ktown Connects questions?
Yes. I'm ready.
What was the last great meal you had in Kenosha?
Last great meal I had in Kenosha. Honestly, guys, I go to Frank's Diner during the week when when there's not as many people.
Yeah,
there.
when you can get a table. Yeah.
And I usually get the poached eggs with a side of bacon and some homemade toast. And that's probably one of my favorite meals.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love it.
It's a great meal.
Yeah, it is.
My grandpa used to eat a lot of poached eggs.
Really?
I don't think I've ever had a poached egg.
It's healthier for you, I think. You know, there's no butter or grease or anything like that.
All right.
Trevor, favorite local band or musician of all time?
Ooh, really favorite local of all time? Probably my favorite musician in Kenosha was Harold Rudd. So he has been in a lot of bands in Kenosha. He was in the Welfare Bums,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah. And used to play at a lot of different places like Captain Mike's and Schmidt Brothers. Yeah,
cool.
real good guitar player. Really good, yep.
Speaking of bars, in which Kenosha bar do you think you spent the most money at?
Oh, God. Craig, I probably spent more money in your bar than anywhere else. I love you, Craig, by the way.
So it's at the Port,
The
huh?
Port, yeah, definitely the Port.
The Al statue's coming.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah, wait, a statue of who?
Al Molinaro.
Oh, yeah, I did hear
It's
about
coming.
that.
The bronze
I love
Al.
that. That's cool.
They got the tree cleared out, and they got the wood laid out for where the cement's going to go and everything.
Nice.
Month or two.
Yeah, it's coming.
So it's going in the front?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's going to be
Yeah,
really amazing.
that's gonna be.
Craig, the guy who hates tourists, is turning his bar into a tourist attraction.
Well, maybe Craig will let me back in there someday.
We'll put in a good word for you.
please do.
We'll put in a good word.
Please.
All right, Trevor. It's the holiday season. Which local store do you hit first for shopping?
Wow. Honestly, probably Tenuda's.
Ah, yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't beat that.
yeah.
All right. Well, if you could give a shout out to only one other local business, which business would you pick?
You know, I would have to say right now it'd be White Lilac because not just because Kelly's my friend, my best friend. Honestly, guys, it's a really great addition to Kenosha because you're getting music from all over the place, music that you definitely would not be hearing otherwise. I believe it was last night he had a guitarist from Japan.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's really, really amazing accent. That's been Kelly's passion for as long as I've known him. For 40 years. So I think White Lilac deserves a shout out for
definitely.
sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, Trevor, you've been gone for a while and you came back. So, how has Kenosha changed over the years since when you were here and then gone and then come back again? What's some of the biggest changes you saw?
there are a lot more people here. It's traffic. There are like literally rush hours now.
Yep.
In the morning, and there's actually a lunch rush hour here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the biggest thing. Other than that, one of the things I love, I wish we would have had the streetcars when I was a kid, because they're so beautiful. They're really enchanting.
They're cool to look at.
Really
They're
inspirational.
cool to see come by.
Yeah.
And you get to see it all the time right by your place.
That is amazing where we are. And the fact that one side is the streetcar and the other side is the train.
Yeah, you really have it made.
You hear the ding, 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 not just from the big metro trains and those engines going by there. They're very powerful engines, but you also feel the rumble of the streetcar as it goes by.
Oh, wow.
And it really feels like sometimes, I'm not the only ghost in there.
Yeah.
So,
All right, our final question here, Trevor.
Yes, sir.
Big Star or the Spot?
Oh, wow.
That's a
That
tough
is
one.
a really, guys, that's unfair. Well, you know something, guys? I've been going to both of them my whole life, and I like them for different reasons. So the Spot, I like that burger with the onions and mustard and ketchup only, and it's big, and it's, been cooked on probably the same grill for 50 years. It's got it, right?
Yeah.
And I love Big Star for a different reason. And one of the main reasons is that sort of Velveeta-like cheese they use
That
on
goop?
the burger. It's so different. Yeah, the goop. It's so good.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
It makes it one of a kind kind of
it
thing.
is totally one of a kind. They're two very different things. Obviously, they're both drive-ins with cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
But it's like, comparing Kenosha Coffee Roasters to Anna's by the Lake. It's just two different things. It's
Yeah, that's our next question.
what? No, go ahead.
Well, that was our Ktown Connect segment brought to you by Shannon Franklin of Remax Elite. And what time is it now? It's trivia time.
Yeah, it's trivia time, and trivia is brought to you by the Lettering Machine. They are your go-to spot for anything customizable, from T-shirts, handbags, koozies, to anything you can imagine. They can customize it. So support local and support the Lettering Machine. Stop in today at 725 50th Street and check out the letteringmachine.com. Say hi to Tina and Dave for us, please. And thanks for these wonderful buttons.
There's something.
And guys, the Lettering Machine just so happens to be making our tent and tablecloth cover for the Kenosha Harbor Market.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, they're doing a great job so far.
Full
They just gave us the
circle.
mock-up. It looks so good.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
When do you start at the market?
May 2nd.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
it's coming up.
Coming right up.
All right, so for today's trivia segment, Trevor's going to take on Donny in this 100% completely fair, legitimate, on the level, kosher, entirely on good faith, by the book, straight down the middle trivia match. Like always, this game is not catered to the guest one bit. Completely random. So we're going to pull out the randomizer here.
All right.
There we go. It's big. Okay, I'm going to give it a little spin. Ding!
Sounds like you need to oil that bad boy.
Well, wipe your face. All right, today's topic is coffee trivia.
Oh, all right.
Totally random.
I wonder how this
So I have 3 questions for each of you. Trevor, would you like to go first? Or would you like to have Donny go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Sure. Why not?
Trevor, here's your first question.
All right.
What 2 basic ingredients make up a traditional espresso?
Well, first of all, it's pronounced espresso.
bonus points.
So can you repeat the question? I locked out at espresso.
What 2 basic ingredients make a traditional espresso?
Water and coffee.
Yay!
You got it. All right. Good job. Donny, here's your first
Okay,
question.
all right, here we go.
Donny, in specialty coffee cupping, what is the maximum score a coffee can receive as used by the Specialty Coffee Association? You know, the SCA.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say 50.
You guys suck!
Don't say it's 100.
It is 100.
God damn it. Fuck.
Originally, I had the question was on a scale of 1 to 100. I was going to say, well, I'm going to take that part out. So,
100 was
that would have been too easy.
I figured it was too easy to be 100.
Well,
Yeah, well, fuck it.
I may not have known that.
these are just random questions here. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay. Trevor, you're up 1-0.
Check.
What drink is made with espresso and a large amount of steamed milk?
A latte?
Yay!
You got it. All right. Good job. Donnie?
I'm ready.
Here's your second question. Donnie, what is the name of the chemical compound largely responsible for coffee's bitterness?
I have no fucking clue.
You guys suck! I'm sorry, that is chlorogenic acid lactones.
That was fucking
You didn't
gross.
know that?
No. I
man.
did. It was on the tip of
Donnie,
my
everyone
tongue.
knows that. Come on, you've been in a coffee shop before. You were just in Starbucks today.
I know. Fuck.
All right, Trevor, see if you can sweep it.
Okay.
Trevor, which part of the coffee plant is actually used to make coffee?
The coffee bean.
Yay!
Also taking seed, but yeah, you're right. All right. Donnie, you get this last one.
All right, yeah. Let's see if I can just hit
Oh,
one.
boy.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Donnie, in coffee grading, what term is used for beans that fail to develop properly and remain small and shriveled, like your wiener?
Give me a hint. Is there any hints?
It's a term used for the beans that are small and shriveled.
Oh, yes. Pruned?
Oh.
Nope.
You guys suck!
Damn it.
Sorry, the answer is Quakers. You're looking for Quakers.
Quakers.
So this completely random trivia that went to Trevor again. You won a 3-0,
you. Yes.
and you have won a
What do I
koozie
win?
from the lettering
Look
machine.
at that. Ktown Connects koozie.
Keep your coffee
Good
nice and
ideas.
warm with that.
Yeah. Look at that.
So once again, Trevor, he's of the Kenosha Coffee Roasters. They're located at 1106 55th Street, right there in downtown Kenosha by the police station. Find their website, KenoshaCoffeeRoasters.com. You can place your order on there and pick it right up.
Or get it delivered.
DoorDash and Uber Eats.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like them on Facebook and Instagram. You're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on weekends.
All right.
Wow,
I'm
you
just
are.
going to get to that.
That is
Quite
great.
good.
That is great.
Trevor, thank you so much for being part of the
Guys,
show today.
I do have one last thing I want to say.
Oh, tell us.
Really quick.
Yay!
So I want to give a shout out to my wife, Mary.
Oh, your
Because-
lovely wife,
yes,
Mary.
Yes, Mary and I have been together for about 16 years. And ever since my surgeries recently, Mary has taken over opening the shop and a lot of the other responsibilities that are actually a lot to juggle, especially since she's already an optician.
Wow.
So I just want to thank Mary. She's amazing. Yeah, she's
Well, we should have had you
incredible.
on her on the show instead of you.
Yeah, I asked her if she wanted to come with, but she had to watch Archie.
Archie
well,
the dog.
yeah.
Archie the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's so sweet. Well, Mary, you are
Yes,
a sweetheart.
she's amazing.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, she gets a yay from Angie.
Absolutely.
Well, Trevor, thanks for joining us. That was fun. You got a lot of stories.
Was that Angie?
Yeah, that was Angie
From
Union Park. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I love Angie.
Yay.
Oh, that's so cute. I love Angie. I love that. Oh, by the way, that's another place I love, guys.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's a really
Union
great
Park
place.
Tavern.
Oh, yeah.
Great sponsor of the Ktown Connects
Oh,
podcast.
absolutely. Love
One of my
it.
favorite places in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they've done with that backyard,
Fantastic.
it's amazing.
Beautiful.
I
Beautiful
love
backyard.
it.
It is.
Remember when
It
it was
is.
Pete's place?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Didn't quite have that backyard back there the way they've got it set up.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah, it's
Well, you can
really
smoke
nice.
a joint back there. No one will bother you, though. You know? 'Cause there's no one else back there.
You still can, can't you, Jason?
Well, yeah, you still can. But
Cut that part out. Anyway.
All right. Well, don't forget you can follow the Ktown Connects podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and leave us a review on your favorite podcast provider. We need these reviews, and it boosts us up, right?
you love that shit, so yeah.
No, it boosts our self-esteem up. We haven't had a review in years.
That's true. I'll leave you a review.
Thank you.
I will too.
Thank you. Yeah, let's do that.
And make sure you call that hotline at ktownconnects.com.
Yeah, we need some more messages.
Yeah.
All right, well,
But we have to thank the people
the
that
real sponsors to keep the lights on
we have,
around.
we
Oh,
have
yeah,
some,
those guys.
we have
You
some
know.
great sponsors down there.
Yes, we do. Southport Tea.
The law offices of Frank J. Parise,
Shannon Franklin, Remax Elite.
Union Park Tavern,
The Lettering Machine.
Casey Family Options,
Ron's Place.
Solis and Company,
About Time Moving Systems.
Gerber's Pub,
And One Stop IT.
and the Port of Kenosha Beverage House.
Yes, thank you all so much for your great sponsorships. Jason, another great episode in the bank. Trevor was great. Kenosha Coffee Roasters was great. This coffee that he gave us is really doing its trick
You didn't
today.
even finish yours, Donnie.
Well, I've already had like
Mine's
17
been gone
today.
for a while.
Well, it was great.
Finish up this public beer right now. Oh, wait.
Oh, R.I.P. Public. So if anybody knows a beer sponsor out there, let us know.
Yeah, you want to give us beer? We'll give you a thing.
Yeah. We'll give you a shout out.
Our beer's by Jake. He brought the six-pack today.
He brought us a six-pack.
Yeah, so shoot us an email about that, please. KTownConnects@yahoo.com.
But Donny, I got to ask you a question. We've been doing this for 784 episodes. Like it's been like 24 years we've been doing this.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
Not a gray hair.
24 years,
on
Trevor.
Are you serious?
Oh, totally
I didn't know it
serious.
was that long.
I know. We've been doing this since before they started the internet. We've been doing podcasts.
Are you totally serious?
Oh, of course. I wouldn't lie to you.
Oh my God.
But Donny, I need to know, what actually are we doing here?
We are Connected Kenosha.
That was awesome, guys. Thanks for letting me put that shout out. Do you want me to put my sunglasses on? All right. I'm kind of about to quit, but